in Buddhism. So the first chapter is discussing about what's a conflict, right? The serious disagreements, argument, and typically protracted one. A situation in which people, groups, or countries disagree strongly or are involved in a serious argument. Right? So, in current period, in the world situation, when we are considering about world war, right? Iraq, Iran, right? And both two countries are conflicting, right? So, and then what is the cause of that two countries war situation? There is something greediness, or they are dividing uh, power, right? And also some properties. So the second one is culture of violence. What is the situation arising of conflicts, right, in various fields, hierarchical, vertical authority and rules, and also exploitative of people and the natural environment, right? And male dominated, secretive, right? This word is secretive. Secretive. What is the secretive of information is controlled. They are hiding some information. That is called secretive. And dominating other or enemy, and other thing is division and respecting to conflict with violent suppression, right? Those things we can include it to culture of violence, right? So I can give you this presentation is valuable for you because it is considering about Buddhism, right? The philosophy of Buddhist concept, right? The culture of peace, and then how to control violence, how to control conflicting, and how to control struggles, right? According to Buddhism, culture of peace, democratic, participative, and also we can discuss something, right? That is called dialogue, right? Between two people or society or groups, right? We can gather and then we can talk about problems, right? And then we can find out various type of resolutions, right? And answers we can find. So that's what we call dialogue, right? And dialogue and communication. And also the next one is respect for the human rights and dignity. The Western country especially. So you can remember if you have traveled to Sri Lanka or some other Asian country, I think you have experience with human respecting between each other, right? So sometimes in Buddhism, in Buddha call Bala, that word is Bala. Bala means foolish or lack of knowledge. People who are people who are with lack of knowledge, right? So they call Bala Puggala, right? So and also the opposite word is Pandita. Pandita means the people who are with knowledgeable, wise people. They call Pandita. That is the word of in Buddhism. Right? So knowledgeable persons, they know how to respect each other, how to get responsibilities, and also how to talk to others, right? That is what respecting. The Lord Buddha said, samanatmata, right? Samanatmata. So Samanatmata means they are thinking about sensitively each other, right? Human beings, every individuals want to live with comfortable lives, right? The human want to some sort of infrastructures such as water and foods and lodging and clothes, right? Like those things, right? So the full of these things, uh, someone who have those all of the all those things, uh, they are not uh, they do not have any uh, lack of things, right? They have a comfortable life, right? And then they are not going to struggle with others, right? So they don't have any other greedy thoughts, because they have all the things that they have they need, right? So the other things, unity and cooperation, right? So unity, samagiya, right? We can call the other word assembly, right? Assembly, assembly, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Assembly, unity and cooperation. So we can work together, right? So you know, uh, uh, both of you know Karaniya Matta Sutra. Karaniya
Yeah.
Matta Sutra, that sutta called Anatimani. The word is Anatimani, right? Now, Sakko Ujucha Sujucha Suacho Chatsa Mudu Anatimani, right?
Tumani.
Yeah. That is the big concept in the business world, right? That word means condescension, right? Am I right? Condescension, Anatimani, Nihatamani. That's the single mean, Nihatama, right? So that is similar to unity and cooperation. So when we are studying in the school, or when we are working in our workplaces, right, with other laborers or other executive persons, right, who are working with us, and when we are learning in classroom with friends, with teacher, uh, we have to work cooperatively, right? That is what the Buddha called uh, the similar meaning. When we are working, or when we are studying, or when we are doing anything else with others, right? We have to cooperative to others, right? We have to considerable their ideas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is what unity and cooperation is helpful to reduction of uh, struggles, right? And tolerance, right? Which means in Sinhala ivasana, in Sanskrit word shanti, right? Uh, kanti. The Pali word is kanti, right? Uh, tolerance, right? So when we are so that is the small word, but with big meanings. Okay? So if we do not have tolerance, so we have to face a lot of problematics in the day-to-day life. Okay? So the and negotiation, that is similar to communication and mediation, right? Mediation. Hello, can you hear me? Mediation mean uh, we have to that is similar with tolerance. That is the word of mediating with others idea, right? That type of tolerance is part of tolerance. And then search for non-violence solutions to causes of conflicts, right? So we have to gather some resolutions. We have to find out some responses to control our conflictive thoughts, right? So, and the next part is cause of conflict in Buddhist philosophy, right? The what is the reasons for the arising conflicts in Buddhist canon? Buddhism conquers hatred by kindness and evil by goodness. Right? We have to conquer hatred by using of our kindness, and also uh, we have to win. We have to understand evil thoughts, and we have to control those evil thoughts uh, arise to our mind by using of good thoughts, right? That is what Buddha said. uh, we have to control hatred and greediness and lobha, dvesha, moha, illusion, using opposite thoughts, right? You know, when it comes to Kalaha Vivada Sutta, conflicts and arguments are taken places caused by the loud things, right? It runs fights, disputes, wailings, grief, selfishness, measure, conceit, and slandering. Where these are abundant, may it be taught. So that's what we can talk about cause of conflict in Buddhism according to some sort of sutta. The example I have given, Kalaha Vivada Sutta. So, and then the next side is the conflicts and wars arise in human mind due to lack of the following characteristics. As Buddhism maintains, the two concepts are departing from sensual pleasures. The Pali meaning is kamehi visangyuktan. So someone who can seize some sort of sensual pleasures, that is what we can call departing from the sensual pleasures. Eliminated craving. The Buddha called that term.
How do
Oh,
you know that?
yes. I'm
Sorry.
teaching. I'm teaching without you.
이게 glitchලා liihuna tiga.
That is funny thing. What happened?
이게 glitch나 chutak.
Glitch나 내 computer.
Come on. Already I have discussed this slide without both of you. So we are recording our session. That is why I thought, right? The cause of conflict in Buddhist philosophy. The sutta called Kalaha Vivada Sutta, right? That is important reference for you, and then you can find out this sutta, right? The conflicts and argument are taken places caused by the loud things, right? When we are loving, when we are accepting, when we are considering for someone or something, that is what we have. That is what that thing is caused to our conflicts, right? That is the cause of our conflict and fighting things, right? It runs fights, disputes, wailingness, grief, selfishness, and measuring, conceit, and slandering. Where these are abundant, may it be taught. With loud things are fights, disputes, wailing, grief, selfishness, measuring, conceit, and slandering. Abundant, yoke to selfishness are fights and disputes, and from disputes arise slandering. So, what can you think about this chapter in your idea? You can give some ideas considering this one.
So like things you're attached to, they're the cause of conflict. So if you really like a bicycle and someone steals your bicycle, you're gonna get angry and that's gonna be a conflict.
Mhm.
How about Ovini?
Mm. Yeah.
Can you see this one?
Mhm.
Also, if there's also jealousy, so if you see someone else with something that you want, you'll get jealous, and that's gonna make a conflict.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Lord Buddha promulgated in Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, right? That is very familiar sutta, right? Appiyehi sampayogo dukkho, right? Piyehi vippayogo dukkho, right? So we have some sensual pleasure, or we have love. We have been loving with someone, so that is the reason of arising some fighting thoughts, right? Some you know we can call defilements, right? Attachments, right? Attachment, not defilement, attachments, right? Attachment thoughts, right? That is what goes to beginning fights, disputes, wailings, grief, selfishness, right?
Mhm.
So we are thinking about these our son, right? And these our friends, right? This is my uncle, this is my aunt, right? Like that we have some sort of attachments with our loved one, right? So, and then sometimes, the like example, uh, some enemy person come to my friend house, and then that enemy hit to my friend, right? And then what about thinking by myself, right? Some hatred thoughts come to my mind, right? That is the that is what caused by uh, attaching with my friend, right? Can you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So understanding my idea is best, not English grammar, right? So the two part of human conflicts and wars arises in human mind, right? The Buddha explained departing from the sensual pleasures. So you can read. Can you read this word? It is Pali actually.
Kame hivisama yuttam.
Yeah, that's great. Kamehi visangyuktam, right? Visangyukta. Kamehi mean sensual pleasure, right? Sensual things, right? Defilements thing, right? Akusala chetana, right? Kamehi.
Mhm.
You know, Visangyukta. Visangyukta mean detaching, right? Kamehi. Sangyuktang mean attaching, and Visangyuktang mean detaching, right? We mean opposite. So giving opposite mean to word, adding we, right? It's like in Pali word na, right? I will give you example. Kusala, the na plus kusala, and na convert to a, and then a plus kusala, akusala, right? As example. Kamehi visanyuttam. Departing from the sensual pleasures. No, departing mean. Can you give me similar words to depart?
Detach.
Yeah, departing. The first one, right? The wrong one. Departing. It is dividing.
Detaching.
Dividing, right? It means dividing, divide.
Detach.
Ceasing, yeah. This word, departing.
You can say detach.
Yeah, detach. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And the second one is eliminated craving. So Ovini can read this one because this word
Vitantanam.
with the
Vitantanam.
yeah. So when we are adding this, how to call this? With tanham.
Vitatanham.
Nice. With tanham. What's the English word for this? This one. We.
It's called an accent.
With tanham, right? With tanham. So do you remember that I have explained visanyuktam? So you can see vi in here, right? The vita mean escaping, right? Escaping of greediness. Tanha means greedy, right? So escaping, ceasing, eliminating greediness. That is what the Buddha called Vita Tanha. Vita Tanha. Right? Vita Tanha. And Kamehi Visanyukta. Those two things, those two intentions helps to eradicate conflicts. Right? That is what a great idea, the great ideology according to Buddhism, right? That's what the Buddhism is. That is why we have called the Buddhism is global religion, right? Global philosophy, right? There is no any focus on similar or directly focused nation or any other category, right? There is common and unique religion, right? So what a great concepts that we can illustrate from the Buddhism to increase capacity of our knowledge. Right? The next one is Vatupama Sutta. Right? It is the one of the Sutta. We are normal days we have chanting Ratana Sutraya, Mangala Sutraya, and Karniyamata Sutraya. Those three suttas, but some other lot of suttas have in Buddhist canon. So we have find out one other sutta, Kalaha Vivada Sutta. Right? You can remember that one. Also, the other one is in this presentation, Vattupama Sutta. Right? Vattu mean Vattu Upama. Vattu mean what is the word of goods, right? Things, right? Vattu mean things, right? And Upama mean similes, right? The Lord Buddha on the one occasion have explained using similes with goods, some sort of goods. That is what this sutta called Vattupama Sutta. Right? This one. Can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see how.
Okay. It draws our attention that conflict starts in the individual's mind forced by unwholesome thoughts. This sutta enumerates 16 kinds of sinful thoughts that are responsible for the mental conflicts, right? So I'm not giving those 16 parts as an example, right? We have to find the sutta, right? Because of I'm not going to include that 16 type of rules to this presentation. It would be long. It would be from this one. I didn't included those things, right? So the other sutta is Magandiya Sutta, right? Magandiya Sutta. That sutta. So can you read this one? Magandiya. Magandiya.
Magandiya Sutta.
Great. So explain that people engage in conflicts owing to wrong understanding, wrong interpretation, lobha, dosa, and moha. Right? Delusion, hatred, and greediness. Right? Those three things you already know. Right? The Sakapanya Sutta, right? The other sutta, right? These 3-4 sutta, we can figure out some information about how to control our fighting thoughts, right? And distracting, right? Distracting thoughts and anxiety, so thoughts, right? And negative thoughts, right? How to arise those thoughts to our mind, and when it comes to our mind, how to control that, right? We can get out, the world is full of questions, right? The world is full of questions, lot of questions we can find out, right? Every people have questions, right? But no responses, right? How to find out responses for the people's questions, right? Question mean conflicting, right? The someone who have questions without responses, they are struggling, right? Because of they cannot resolve their problems, right? Without good and acceptable reasons, right?
Yeah.
That is what we have to use these like these philosophical ideas to resolve our problems, right? So what are you thinking about that? In Western ideas you have learned in your schools or wherever. So can you add some other new ideas?
Well, in Western philosophy, I guess, they just say to like avoid the conflict, just not go near it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they don't really look at the root cause of it. They just say not to go near it.
Yeah, not to go near the problem.
Yeah. Some words I couldn't hear. That's fine. Because I have a big mic. And then I can speak loudly. The other sutta is Madhupindika Sutta. Madhu means honey, right? So you have already experienced it, tasting honey. Eh?
Yeah.
The Pali word is Madhu, right? You can see here.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Can you pronounce Madhupindika?
Madhupindika.
Great. Madhupindika Sutta. Following 7 kind of philosophical tendencies causes to conflicts, right? So we can discuss a bit those 7. Kama raga, right? That explained the latent tendencies to sensual pleasures. Patiga, the latent tendencies to aversion. Ditti, the latent tendencies to speculative opinion, right? Vichikicha, so, and mana, bhava raga, right? Bhava mean bhava, you know, the English word that I have captured on one book, metempsychosis, right? Sansara, right? The life of circle, right? Metempsychosis. That is the good word for sansara. Bhava raga. So people who are with greeding, or people who have craving thoughts to bhava, right? Life, right? They like to born again, right? That is what Buddha called bhava raga. Raga means craving, right? And mana mean arrogance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever met with people who are uh, arrogant, mana, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Do you have friends or people? Uh, so you know we can we can find out some peoples, right? With
Mm-hmm.
like these thoughts, right? They are living with these defilements, right? You know, they are thinking, I'm beautiful and I have a lot of money and I have a big house, I have rich vehicles, right? And popularity, right? Some sort of things cause to arise like these defilement thoughts, right? Mana, vichikicha mean conceit. Vichikicha, yeah. That is vichikicha. This mean not conceit, speculative doubt, right? Doubt. Vichikicha. Can you read these Pali words? Only Pali words, right? I know you can read English. I want to pronounce these Pali words. Right? Kamaraga,
Kamaraga.
Kamaraga,
Patiga,
Patiga.
Ditti,
Ditti.
Vichikicha,
Vichikicha.
Mana,
Mana.
Bhavaraga,
Bhavaraga.
Avijja.
Avidya.
Uh, I missed one thing, Avijja, right? The latent tendencies to ignorance. Right? Earlier, I have I told you how to create this word avijja, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, akusala. That you remember? Do you remember that? Kusala na plus kusala akusala, right?
Mm-hmm.
Na plus kusala. The na is converted to a. That is the rule, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is the rule of Pali language. To converting and giving opposite words, right? Creating opposite words, right? Kusala, akusala, right? That's the same thing happening here. Na plus vijja, na convert to a, right? And then combining a and vijja, avijja, right?
Mm-hmm.
Avijja means not knowing. The vijja is the Pali vijja is Pali word, and then Sanskrit word is vidya. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Vidya, vijja, and Sinhala word is vidyava. in English, science, right? In science, someone who is do not know science, that person is avidya person, right? Avidya means not knowing, right? Without knowing something, that's what we can call avidya, right? That is the one thing to cause to struggle or problematic things in the society or in group or house or wherever. Right? Those 7 types of things cause to arise struggling or problematic things between 2 persons or groups wherever. This was house, in society, in clubs, anywhere, everywhere. Right? These 7 types. The Buddha included and explained these 7 things in Madhupindika Sutta. As I remember, Majjhima Nikaya is called middle length course. Right? The discourses of middle length. I think that is enough. I talked a lot of, right? We have another slide, right? So, is it interesting?
Yeah, 100.
So, I'm trying to give some sort of knowledge to both of you in accordance with Buddhism. Right? You know, in Western psychology or Western philosophy, we can find a lot of information website, using websites or any other sources. But the important thing is reading or capturing some information about it according to Buddhism is useful to our inside mind, because the Buddha focused to increase the the Buddha focused to develop human mind, right? That is what Buddhism is important to using to increase our knowledge capacity. So, you know, the Pali language and some books were helpful to reduction of our various defilement thoughts, right? So
Yeah.
that's why Pali language and Buddhism is important to learn. Some Western students and some persons who are living in Western countries, they are going to Sri Lanka and or Asian countries to learn this Buddhist concepts, right? They are entering university. You have opportunities learning in Dhampasala and chanting gathas, right? Lot of opportunities you have, and you can get benefits of them. So we are very pleasure to teach you, but the problem is the lack of knowledge of English, right? Anyway, you have both of you have learned a lot of things today, and then I'm going to stop my session. After next week, we can talk other slides. So yeah, I think it is better to talk other slide, right? Yeah, and then let's stop.
Thank you, Hamdrine.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for hearing, and Buddhu Saranai.
Thank you for teaching us.
Okay.